Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream, and I'm going to do our June the 2nd just for today in a meditation. I hope you're doing well this morning. It's good to be with you. It always is. It always is. I tell you, I was so uh, excited about working on my homework today that I almost forgot that I had a podcast to do. Isn't that amazing? After all these years. Okay. The title of the meditation, Sick and Tired. Page 160. We wanted an easy way out. When we did seek help, we were only looking for the absence of pain. Now that comes from the basic text, page 5. Something's not working. In fact, something's been wrong for a long time, causing us pain and complicating our lives. The problem is that at any given moment, it always appears easier to continue bearing the pain of our defects than to submit to the total upheaval involved in changing the way we live. We may long to be free of pain, but only rarely are we willing to do what's truly necessary to remove the source of pain from our lives. Most of us didn't begin seeking recovery from addiction until we were sick and tired of being sick and tired and sick. The same is true of the lingering character defects we've carried through our lives. Only when we can't bear our shortcomings one moment longer, only when we know that the pain of change can't be as bad as the pain we're in today, are most of us willing to try something different. Thankfully, the steps are always there, no matter what we're sick and tired of. The irony is that as soon as we make the decision to begin the 12-step process, we realize our fears of change were groundless. The steps offer a gentle program of change, one step at a time. No single step is so frightening that we can't work it by itself. As we apply the steps to our lives, we experience a change that frees us. Just for today, no matter what prevents me from living a full, happy life, I know the program can help me change a step at a time. I need not be afraid of the 12 steps. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Please and thank you. Wow. What do you think about that meditation? Sick and tired. We want an easy way out. An easy way out, only seeking to be absence of pain. But, just like anything, we might say we're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and we're also sick. But sometimes that same, when the pain of change becomes greater than the pain of staying the same, will change. Yeah, sometimes that saying sounds so good, rolling off my lips. It sounds so good. But truly, if we're being honest, change doesn't come easy for us. Again, we hold on to that bag of boulders of pain and anger and resentment and so many things weigh us down. And we're holding these boulders in this backpack on our back, right? Afraid to let them go because we're familiar with them. What would life be like without those things that are weighing us down? And sometimes it's just like anything else, right? When you stop using drugs, when we made the decision that we were done getting high, oh my goodness, A lot of places were angry, a lot of clubs, a lot of dope dealers, a lot of supposed to be friends, right? A lot of people got upset. But because they wanted to pretend like they were still in your corner, right? They didn't tell you how upset they were that you decided to break the pattern of getting high every day, right? That you decided to get yourself clean while they stayed using, right? When you made the decision that you were sick and tired of being sick and tired and that using was no longer what you wanted to do, what did you do? You surrendered and you stopped using. This is the same thing. It's with any character defect. I don't care what it is. And any shortcoming that is bared out of these character defects, because I always want to make sure that you understand there's a difference. Lying, cheating, stealing, manipulating, these are shortcomings that are born out of the character defect of fear. Oh, I mean, we have many character defects that can have similar children birthed from them. Yeah, MightyStream went all the way there, right? Comparing our character defects and our shortcomings to the process of birthing them, right? Because I want to make sure that you know that that lying, cheating, and stealing, making false commitments, right? That they're born out of fear. And anytime we make the decision that we're sick and tired of being sick and tired, that we actually want something different for ourselves, we can make that decision right now. Right now. How about this? You're up early and you're listening to the meditation, or you're driving somewhere listening to the meditation, and you already know, you have already projected, like I spoke yesterday, right? You have already projected into a situation what will or will not happen. And you already have it set in your mind that I'm going to have an attitude if this does not work out this way. You can stop right now. You can stop manipulating. You can stop controlling. You can stop right now. You can surrender before you even get to your destination today. You can make it up in your mind right now as you're listening that I'm going to do the same thing I did when I stopped getting high. I have a program that can help me change one step at a time. And right now, I'm not afraid of the 12 steps, and I'm going to apply 1, 2, and 3 to them, right? Before you even get where you're going, you can make a decision to do the same exact thing that you did when you stopped using drugs. I promise you, it's really not that hard. It's not that difficult. This ideal that, oh, these steps, I got to find a sponsor, and oh my goodness, you know what? Let me tell you something. The sponsor, first of all, a person that tells you that they will sponsor you, they're not really going to bug you unless you bug them. Let me put it like that. Unless you reach out to them, more than likely, they're not going to make a habit of reaching out to you, right? Once they get to know you, it may become a two-way street. But this idea that you got to talk to them all the time and sit with them at the meetings, no, no, you can't. And when I walk into a building, a meeting, I probably can count. Y'all love me so much, right? Y'all love me so much, but the local fellowship here, they see me coming, they be like, "Oh my God, here she come." Oh, Miss Spiritual want to talk about the program and got the God of her own understanding. Y'all love me so much, but I tell you what, the fellowship here, mm-mm-mm. If they love me, I can barely tell it, right? When I walk into a meeting, I can see eyes starting to roll. They probably saying to myself, "Oh, here she come with the tradition. She must have heard that we was arguing at the business meeting." You know what? But I tell you what, I don't come for that. I do not come for that. What I care about somebody hugging me or not hugging me or talking to me or not talking to me. Let me tell you something. When I walk into a meeting, I can tell you right now who is going to approach me, sit down next to me. Because a lot of times I walk in and I get to the first chair I can get to because a lot of times my arthritis is so painful, right? So painful. And the stuff they want me to medicate it for will have me sleep. So a lot of times I just can't take anything more than a Tylenol, right? So I'd be in a lot of pain. And when I get into the meeting, honey, let me tell you something. I find the first chair that's open and I sit down. But I can pretty much tell you the few people that are going to come up to me and actually greet me. They're sponsees. They're sponsees. The point is that there's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear about surrendering to the program of Narcotics Anonymous. It's fairly easy. It's fairly easy. You have 12 steps. You have other stuff too, but right now, if you could just stay stopped, right? Not pick up, make meetings, find a sponsor, establish the habit of actually being in touch with your sponsor. They will establish the habit of checking on you, right? And not before you do that, right? Not before you do that. And I understand that people get busy and life get busy, but a sponsor is not getting ready to chase you, right? So you don't have to worry about that. This will be a relationship that you initiate and that if you maintain it will become a two-way street and you're grown. You're a full grown man or woman standing on all 10 and you don't have to change anything if you don't want to. But if you want to, you have the 12 steps and they're fairly easy. Now, I tell you what, I've had some sponsees that could not read, right? They were illiterate. They could not read. And I read most of their step work to them. And I scheduled time to sit with them and read it, and we covered those steps live. You understand what I'm saying? Because not only could they not read, they could not write. Okay. And it took a lot of creativity. It took a lot of creativity to get them through their step work. I've had 3 total that I've had to go through the steps, reading to them and listening to their answers as I read the questions. Let me tell you, baby, it doesn't matter to me. What I wanted was for them to change. And if I had the time, I gave them the time. When you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you roll your sleeves up and get to work. And some of us take pauses. Life happens. I got one sponsee. I'm trying to tell you that baby, I love her so much. And her family is going through, right? I mean, they're going through it. Yeah. And she holds on and she stays in touch. She stays in touch. She always reaches out. And sometimes when I don't have a personal contact with her, she's paying attention to this meditation daily, and I see by her comments, right, how she's doing, right? And so I just want to say that if you're listening to this meditation, that's a start, but there's more for you to do, more for you to do. And I know I keep talking about doing the steps. You know what? I'm gonna start gravitating towards that. Getting these steps up for you guys and just having a simple conversation with you. I'm not trying to sponsor you. I'm trying to help you, right? So that you can also experience the beauty of the transformation that comes as a direct result of applying these spiritual principles in all of your affairs. We're going to do that this summer, okay? We are going to do that. Again, my name is MightyStream. I've enjoyed talking to you today. I hope that you will have a beautiful day on purpose. You know why? Because you deserve it. Talk to you tomorrow.